Hey, good morning, church.
Good morning.
Wonderful to see you all here this morning. If you're new, my name is Zach, and I'm a pastor here at Our Christian Fellowship. We're so glad that you are here with us this morning during the seasons of vacations and beach trips and missionary journeys. Wonderful to have you here this morning. We are continuing on with our series called Mission Impossible that we started last week, where we are kind of going through the book of Acts. And instead of how we normally go through books chapter by chapter and verse by verse, we're kind of looking at different themes in the book of Acts to see how we can accomplish the mission to which God has called us. Now, last week we talked about that mission. We talked about the vision for that mission as seen in the book of Acts, right? The mission is to convert, to train, or convert, to baptize, and to train. The vision for that mission is to the ends of the earth, starting right here where we are. Wherever that here is. So for us at Argo Christian Fellowship, our here is Argo, Springville, Trustville, Clay. For some of you, your here might also include your place of work, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, your here might be your house. Like, we all have our here where the mission starts, to convert, baptize, and train. And so for the next few weeks, we're going to talk about how we accomplish this mission, the tools that God has given us to accomplish this task. And that's kind of what we get in the book of Acts. Luke wrote the book of Acts. Luke was not one of the first disciples of Jesus. He did write a gospel, though, the Gospel of Luke, about the life, ministry, death, resurrection of Jesus. And then he gives us this kind of second part of the Gospel of Luke called Acts, also known as the Acts of the Apostles. And it kind of tells us this kind of history of the first church, first Christians who are doing some pretty incredible things. I love the book of Acts because it's full of very average people. It's full of people that have made some big mistakes, and yet God still uses them in a mighty way, in such a way as to accomplish this task of converting, baptizing, training to the ends of the earth, starting here. This morning we're going to talk about what can sometimes be a controversial subject, but we really can't overlook this, especially as we think about themes in the book of Acts. Some have said, yes, the book is called Acts of the Apostles, but it's probably more appropriately called Acts of the Holy Spirit. And this morning we're going to talk about the Holy Spirit. Now, just some heads up on this. I know that our church we've got some folks with different views, and so my goal and prayer for this message is that we can find some meeting ground, common ground of the importance and necessity of the Holy Spirit. But with that, I have been in churches and believed a lot of different things, been taught a lot of different things about the Holy Spirit. When I was first growing up or first raised, my first church was a United Pentecostal church, and if you don't know anything about United Pentecostal churches, they're different than here.